So it is customary during eclipse season for me to explode. And, well, every way you can imagine. Know what I mean? Yeah? So I have been exploding through the megaphone. So I just want to come back. You're going to see more of these short live videos that are some cases 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 9 minutes. I just don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about you. I like you. If you're female and cute, I'd like to know you, even platonically. But you're just not there. You're just not present at this time. Also, video not liked very much. Calling out the feminized men in my channel that hate me punching the back. You're just like the bitches. You're just like Subject F. She was actually highly disgusted by me punching the back. Those of you that are men that have firearms, you have no place looking down upon a dude who's half your size who can rock that back. Understand? That's one of the most feminized things you can do as a person holding cock and balls, is to not like a man who can fight, right? You need to get manly. And a lot of your perception of manly is just like white and black dudes with like big beards and shit and big chests. You don't have in your society respect for manliness. You're pretty feminized. I don't know manly men in the audience. And if you are manly man, you want to brand, go, I, manly man, I work out. I like you. I work out. I am sane. I know of no bodybuilders that work out in my audience that are sane and kind. All bodybuilders are twisted. All MMA folks are twisted that come to my arena. They're not of the light. They scream Yahweh, this, that, and the other, and they brag about doggy style sex on the bed. They're just not good people. So what book or DVD explains the entire history of India and how Satan has destroyed many Hindus in the USA? This next to Afghan History Month is a gold mine. I want to know how my people became so fucking evil. Just a bit of a curiosity. White people, Afghans, Hindus. Okay. So white people, they cannot handle criticism of themselves. Portlanders cannot handle criticism of themselves. White men, they cannot handle criticism of themselves. White women, they cannot handle criticism of Muslims. They cannot handle. People cannot handle my brilliant analysis of why your society is so troubled. So this is a brief video. Basically, when I speak to East Indian peoples at the mall, which now I'm forbidden to, okay, they do not come to this channel. They hear me speak of Vipassana. Now, understand, I'm not a foreigner, and I don't speak a foreign language, and I'm not from another culture. Know what I mean? So what's happening is, because I'm not from another culture, and I don't speak another language, what happens is, okay, what happens is I have no real way of connecting with them. I don't know what they're like, despite them being my people. Now, white people are the ones that I know of that are in the audience. Typically white men, white women, they all dislike me. They do watch the content, some of them. We did a poll recently where a certain amount of them voted. So 31% voted female. So the females are running surveillance, but they're not contributing. They're not sending light. They certainly aren't doing any Reiki healing. Any type of female affection that I've received has been in the physical here and very limited, but not online. And online, women could do so much to love good men. And typically women of this culture, they just like to show titty shots if they want to distract a man who's on a podcast, maybe the sound of his voice, and they want to direct that energy. I remember one woman who looked like a shape-shifting reptilian who was called Sananda, S-U-N Sandra. Anyway, her Facebook pictures were overly grotesque, like, I'm such a fucking gangbang slut. God, I'm such a whore. It was just so over the top. And then sending these pictures of her breasts, and then she never actually communicated truth. And then one day she became one of them, I assume. And that super sinister, shape-shifting reptilian face was so obviously evil to me. It was a lizard woman, basically, who's white, watching me from somewhere out there in America, and then sending me like this chest pic, and instantly getting that, serpentine, snake feeling. And I know I banged some hybrids in Portland, and that is the unfortunate thing that happens when the California scumbags are allowed to go over the wall that should be there. California scumbags are scumbags, and they never change. They only get worse. And they just spread their disease and their destruction everywhere. So you got to watch out for those California fucks. They will rape your ass. They will have an agenda to have too many babies that they can't feed. Californians just need to stop fucking. Californians probably shouldn't procreate. Did I stutter? Californians probably should get their head out of their ass, stop thinking about having babies, and actually expose World War III like a man and shit. Did I stutter? Did I fucking stutter? And then you'll see people that complimented me years ago, but they won't do it now in 2024 because now they're white men that are manipulated by other white men. So they're not allowed to actually be on the front lines. They'll just continue working their jobs on cars. They'll just continue doing these things out there because it's all about them and theirs and sex and shit, right? Yeah, men, don't you ever bother me about your private little interests getting women and shit. I asked you to fucking help me. And some of you men are too busy fucking when I come to San Diego. So you won't even meet me when I ask you to meet me, boy. But you'll meet the Nazi. Yeah. See, stop acting like you appreciate my content. Stop acting like you're awake. None of you are awake. Okay, if you're awake, you would help me and you wouldn't realize what happened to me and why I stopped uploading for 4 years. And you all showed me that you couldn't get it together. All the videos I fucking made for you, showing you my emotions, crying and shit, like literally tears exploding and shit. And then you people couldn't figure out where I went for a couple of years. What else do you not know? Tell me. I'm curious. Do you know what plant this is? Do you know what day this is? Yeah, I shouldn't abuse other people that have helped me. Okay, the real abuse is coming from people on the internet that have watched me for years, seen me cry, and haven't sent as much as a Valentine's Day picture of a heart to me. Conspiracy women are the worst women of the women because they are the ones that should know that there's a problem. So they know there's a problem and they're doing nothing. Fuck you, Nicole in Portland, Oregon. I want nothing good to happen to you. Nicole in Portland, Oregon, are you there? Am I sexy now that I hate you? Won't you stop liking my Facebook post, whore? Okay, you sat there and you shook that pussy in front of me multiple times via email in 2005 and then insulted me and promoted The Secret. Then you started sucking on Donald Trump's cock. You're no different, Nicole PDX, than the rest of them. And that's why you keep ending up in abusive relationships because you love the giant bad boy. Now, you let me know, little girl, because your race is hot, half black, half white, hot as fuck. But inside, you ain't any fucking different. And you're not awake. You're damaged. You're a damaged Portland trash. Okay? So you damaged Portland trash, go fuck yourselves. I want horrible things to happen to you because you allowed horrible things to happen to me. It's called equality. You reap what you sow. You had every opportunity in the world to help me, Portland, Oregon. And you literally masturbated the dildo knowing that was in the streets. And for that, God sees you, Nicole. So, just as I told Subject F, I will do magic on your ass every day. Because what you did to me was massive destruction to my consciousness and my self-esteem. Okay, you people in Portland, you did not even care that I was dying in the streets of Portland, Oregon. And I had a lot to offer. Nobody should be praying for sick, demonic demon women that just go from cock to cock to cock. Like they need to get it together and get one golden cock and ride that pony, do 1,000 positions and have your forced orgasm. I'm sorry if my vulgar language is upsetting people around me. Let me just stop this and just get back to, listen, this is building up to something. I'm building. I've been going around to all the different Hindu women, Hindu men, trying to get them to come to this channel. The vape shops, this, that, and the other Muslims, they won't buy, they won't say a word to me. So in the end, they leave me to the carnal world of the white lizards. And again, white women are way more racist than men. They don't say sand nigger, but they feel it with every ounce of their being. Otherwise, ladies, if you want to debunk me, you send an email, you go, your life matters, and then you break it down point by point how I have a value. You are not being called in spirit to do so because you are not connected, the women of this audience, to holy spirits of the higher order. Because if you were, you would pull down that higher order cosmic energy and you would direct it at me and you would verbalize it. I'm directing love at you now. If they do it very briefly, and they're usually above 65 years old and white and lonely. So they have time to do it because they're not being chased by a bunch of men. So they're not necessarily spiritual at 70 and 75. And I've confirmed this recently. You can have a woman who's on her deathbed at 80 years old, completely cold-hearted, like a 16-year-old girl with a cell phone. That's what's happening. You have elderly senior citizens that are of the consciousness of a teenage girl. looking for a giant to give it to a real huff by the Brothers Downtown. What's the lyrics to that song? Come downtown, get a long john. Just give me the song. Give me the song. Find the song. We're going to play a song. I want to know the song, and you need to hear this mind control. Come downtown, get a ding dong. So when they were arresting me or they were threatening me, I was begging the Hindus to film me. I said, please film me. And they would not film me. And they had no emotion. And then the woman who I was speaking to, who was short, her giant Hindu boyfriend comes around to basically protect her from me. I'm talking to her. I'm having a connection. She's smiling. She's loving the energy. I'm giving it to her energetically. She's feeling the aura. Here comes Hindu giant. Here comes Hindu giant. And he's creating the archonic interference and he's going, she's my friend. Like your girlfriend? Sorry, I wasn't necessarily trying to talk to your girlfriend, but men, okay, are slave masters on earth. Okay, if I had a girlfriend, she would have permission to talk to other men, and I would not have permission to tell her that she couldn't talk to other men. Make sense? But in the world that I live in, white men are very dominant over white women, and they love to project on Arabs. They're obsessed. The men that incarnated that are white into this generation, they are obsessed and drunk on racism and KKK propaganda that all the world's problems is Afghans, Iraqis, Indians, Mexicans, on and on and on and on. And they never call out their own porno websites for raping white women with 100 dudes lined up, all white, just raping that woman with a big fucking dick. And they never talk about it. They never talk about what I just said. They never talk about the white male porn actors that are raping Latinas at the border, creating websites to rape little girls. So I know that there are people out there, guaranteed, Minutemen, whatever, that are positioned at the border to gang rape. You got it, honey. You got it. So you have racists on the left, racists on the right, and I've been saying this for how long? Since I opened up the microphone. You're a fucking retard and poison if you think that I would change. I've been telling you the same fucking thing, boy, since 2004. The problem is some of you come here, you have no education. You find one video that's suggested by DemonTube, and then you come into this world, you're like, oh my God, this is just a bunch of craziness. I don't have empathy for this motherfucker. He's a piece of shit. No, you're a piece of shit. You're an entitled piece of shit who has been entitled your whole fucking life, who has not been homeless, who has not been hated by your mother. You don't know what poverty fucking is. Some of you are so fucking entitled, especially those of you that have worked your whole life. You thought that I didn't want to work for years. You don't know what it's like to be passed up for work. Now, these Hindu extremists, they are manipulating big tech. And I'm not attacking East Indians as a whole. I'm saying that people here, they are allergic. I was at the gym yesterday, and a woman who works out alongside me at the same time that I work out, so she's been around my fragrance, my energy, my meditation, my breathing, So honey, if you're into the yoga, if you're into the prana, look no further. Here it comes. Here, let me hold you. Here, let's have sex. Feel the power. Oh, you don't like that? You can't get off because I'm a short man? Okay, then you're no different to me than a pedophile, bitch. This obsession with oversized men is the death of short brown men. It's genocide. White women are way more racist than white men that voted for Trump, especially leftists. Leftist white women are the most racist women I've ever met on the earth because they don't believe that Afghan lives matter. They're pieces of shit. You will never stop me from speaking my truth. You will have to murder me. And then when you murder me, I'm coming for you. And everybody around you. Okay? I'm calling the spirits and we're arming ourselves against the humans that did shit to us. This is not going to be over when I'm gone. Some heads are going to roll. I am training for my afterlife and I'm coming for the people that hurt me. All right? I just thought everybody should be aware. Now, if people want to make amends, awesome. Email soarstorm333@proton.me. Might want to get on that. But for a lot of you fucks that are just animated demons that are in the audience, yeah, I'm accessing power now, and I know I'm hated by you. Okay? So let's continue. Haven't heard from the A-man. Haven't heard from my father. Haven't heard from Bruce Nagel. Haven't heard from my mother. Haven't heard from this person. Haven't heard from Noel Fuller. Haven't heard from Emily. Haven't heard from Susan. But she'll come in and go, only Jesus can't be possessed. So the women will come around every couple of years to go, we still think you're worthless, but we're watching you. Just to let you know, we're watching you. Make sure you don't get out of line. Expose our secrets too deeply. We're watching you for the devil. But you're not actually praying for me, women that I fucked in the past. You don't actually fantasize about putting your hand on my heart. If anything, it's not even a gobble, gobble, gobble. You're so fucking retarded. You don't even understand that I have sex powers that have been given to me. I got a bigger dick from the solar flares. You don't even know what that fucking means. It literally has a glow to it. I mean, literally, like, I think that the women of the earth, they just love dirty dicks that stick their dick into anus, mouths, vagina, sewers, toilets, all types of shit. So anyway, this woman worships the giant Hindu in the sauna. And he's hardly in the sauna. And I'm in there every day. Okay? And then I go by a billboard the other day, and that size matters. And so now that I have seen videos of Hindus attacking Muslims over and over and over, and I won't go back to X to keep watching it, because I told him that I was mixed race, he fucking profiled my ass, that Hindu. And he came up to that woman who I was trying to give this channel to as her handler. And so when all this stuff was happening and the cops were there, I'm like, please film me, please film me. And they just stared at me like I was nothing. Finally, when they were taking me away or having me leave, I turned to the Indian woman and went, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I just want you to know that. And she had this type of smiley type of face like, you think I'm going to treat you with compassion? You're an Afghani midget. Fuck you, nigga.